Tonight, we report on what caused a house fire near Quincy and how a friendly wager on a football game helped Washington food banks. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Big Bend and Wenatchee mix it up in NWAC volleyball action, and the Wenatchee Wild wrap up their series with Chilliwack. Here's a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Cloud cover's making its way in from the coastal regions. Will that bring with it a chance of storms by the time the morning rolls around? And what can you expect for your weekend? I'll let you know in weather.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Coliform bacteria were safely flushed from the Ephrata water system. City Administrator Wes Crago said city water department officials discovered the bacteria during tests on Alder Street. Coliform bacteria are generally considered harmless, but can indicate the presence of a more harmful bacteria, such as E. coli, according to the State Department of Health. Crews discovered bacteria during tests in early October. City crews flushed the water pipe in Alder Street between 5th Avenue Northwest and Nat Washington Way for 2 nights. Coliform bacteria weren't present in tests conducted after the flushing. The Soap Lake City Council members met for the first time Wednesday night since a council member was reprimanded for a letter criticizing Mayor Raymond Gravel. Reporter Devin Higgins was there at the meeting and has the details.
It was a quiet and efficient evening for the Soap Lake City Council during their regularly scheduled meeting Wednesday night. The council met in special session last week to censure member Robert Brown for his role in sending letters to residents criticizing Mayor Raymond Gravel. The matter was discussed during the public comment portion of the meeting, but the council took no further action. The council instead authorized Police Chief Glenn Quantz to hire a new entry-level police officer for his department, allowed Mayor Gravel to pursue grants for the city's stormwater and street sweeping plans, and appointed Steve Wellen to replace Kat Sanderson on the Grand Transit Authority Board. In Soap Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
A Quincy area home was destroyed by fire because the homeowner left a kitchen oven door open while he was drying shelled walnuts. Grant County Fire District 3 arrived to a fully engulfed manufactured home Friday evening in the 900 block of Road N Northwest. According to the Grant County Fire Marshal's office, the homeowner was reportedly drying shelled walnuts in his oven with the door open when he went outside for about 15 minutes. He was outside when he saw flames through the front window of the home and called 911. His son arrived and the two tried to use a fire extinguisher to put out the fire, but the fire extinguisher didn't work. Nobody was injured by the fire. A friendly wager for the game between the Washington State Cougars and Oregon State Beavers generated 83,000 pounds of potatoes for food banks. The bet between the Washington State Potato Commission and Oregon Potato Commission was for every point scored during the game, 500 pounds of potatoes would be donated to a food bank in the winning team state. A total of 83 points were scored, with the Cougars winning 52-31. Meaning the Oregon Potato Commission is donating 41 tons of potatoes to Washington food banks. The Washington State Potato Commission is matching the donation for Oregon food banks. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
This weather segment's brought to you by Berry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. I'm meteorologist Mike Sines with a look at your weather headlines. We're going to become cloudy, and then we are going to see cooler temperatures are on the way, and clouds are going to increase by the time we get into the middle of next week. I'll let you know all that information in your extended outlook. Here's a look at our almanac for us here. We reached a low of 39, nothing in the way of precip. The sun set for us nicely at 6 o'clock. Record low was set back in 1984 of 22 degrees. For our friends out in Moses Lake, they reached a record low of 1984 of 27. The sun set for them at 5:59. Nothing in the way of precip to talk about, and we did register a low in Moses Lake of 37, so it was chillier for them out there. And a look at our current weather conditions right now outside your door, 64 degrees. Partly cloudy skies to broken clouds, so we are going to continue to see the cloud coverage increase. That's because we have this moisture that's going to continue to come off of the coast here. As it comes off of the coast, it's going to bring with it some increasing clouds out towards the obviously coastal regions. Here inland, though, the clouds should fade out by the time they get here. We're going to see partly cloudy skies, so we continue to see that trend. Band of clouds move through. Nothing in the way of precip is expected. The majority of the precipitation is going to stay in towards the Canada area. Us here locally, we're going to look at a great day for Thursday. Here's a look at your weather conditions. 69 in Yakima out towards Tri-City, 65. We're going to see in Port Angeles, 56, 62 in portions of Long Beach. As we zoom in here to the Columbia Basin, 66 in Ephrata for us here, 65 out towards Moses Lake, 67 in Royal City with broken clouds. Quincy reporting 65 for tomorrow. At 1 p.m., we're going to look at great conditions. Sunny skies is going to be the trend. Temperatures generally in the 60s, and we are going to see just a few passing clouds as that moisture makes its way in from the coastal regions inland, and we're going to look at great weather conditions. Here's a look at your extended outlook. Sunny skies tomorrow, cloud coverage builds in. We're going to see a dip in temperatures, and we are going to see a great weekend in store. For your Saturday, 62 degrees, and then Sunday, we're going to see those temperatures drop into the 60s. Lows are going to be in the 30s, and we are going to see upper 30s by the time Friday and Saturday rolls around with a passing cold front. And then cloud coverage is going to increase. We are going to see more humidity be in place. Temperatures are going to be relatively nice. Lows are going to be in the 40s. And by the time we hit the middle of next week, cloudy by the time we hit Wednesday. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sports is next.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Oh, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
The new Flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going Flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going Flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going Flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go Flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon Flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Big Bend volleyball hit the road to Wenatchee looking to snap a 4-game East Region Conference skid, but it wasn't in the cards, and the Lady Vikings dropped a 4-set match to the Knights. Big Bend got off on the right foot, taking a close 26-24 first set. Wenatchee then reeled off 3 straight wins, 25-19, 25-20, and 25-15 to rack up the W. Brooke Sorensen led the charge for the Lady Vikings with 10 kills and 2 blocks. Bryn Bowers finished with 7 kills. The loss drops Big Bend to 2-8 in the conference standings and 9-19 overall. The Lady Vikings traveled to Spokane Friday to match up with the 7-4 Sasquatch. The Wenatchee Wild dropped a 4-1 contest at Chilliwack last night. Wenatchee struck first on a Blake Christensen power play goal late in the first period. Chilliwack scored 3 times in the second to take a commanding 3-1 lead. Gail Kane rounded out the scoring with a shorthanded goal in the third period. Goalie Chase Perry made several big saves for Wenatchee among his 23 stops to keep the game close. Mateo Esposito had 26 saves for the Chiefs. The Wild fall to 8-4-1 on the season, but are still tied for first in the mainland division with Langley. Wenatchee opens a 3-game home series with Alberni Valley and Surrey beginning Friday at the Town Toyota Center. The Seattle Mariners have started the process of interviewing candidates to find Lloyd McClendon's replacement. CBS Sports' John Heyman reported that former Red Sox catcher Jason Varitek has interviewed for the job. Varitek was a first-round draft pick by the Mariners in 1994. The catcher was traded in 1997 to the Red Sox. In Boston, Varitek was a 3-time All-Star who helped lead the Red Sox to a couple of World Series titles. Varitek has been a special assistant to the general manager in Boston since 2012. Ken Davidoff of the New York Post has reported Rays third base coach Charlie Montoya has also been interviewed for the job. Montoya has been with the Rays organization since 1996. He most recently managed the Rays AAA affiliate for 8 seasons. And rumors have Tim Bogar as a leading candidate to be the next M's skipper. Bogar recently served as special assistant to the M's GM Jerry Dipoto when he was in Anaheim. Before that, he was the Rangers bench coach in 2014. He was promoted to interim manager of the Texas Rangers late in the season when manager Ron Washington resigned. Well, Basin soccer action has Moses Lake traveling to West Valley to take on the 9-0 Rams. Warden hosts Granger in 2B action. 1A soccer has the Royal Knights hosting arch-rival Connell. In Basin volleyball, it's Moses Lake hosting #1 ranked West Valley. CWAC action has Ephrata entertaining Ellensburg and Quincy hosting Prosser. Warden hosts White Swan and Soap Lake hits the road to Mabton. We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
The Dodge brothers' competitive spirit and engineering prowess started long before they built their first car, and will continue long after their latest, the most technologically advanced vehicle in its class.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a Moses Lake dance studio preparing for an upcoming performance at the Nutcracker at the Moses Lake High School. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Young performers at today's Generation Dance Studio in Moses Lake have been rehearsing since July to present the Nutcracker at Moses Lake High School Theater. The performance comes in time for the holiday season, December 11th and 12th. Performance times, 1 on Friday and 2 on Saturday, are to be announced. It's a ballet production that involves 150 performers. Most of the performers are students, but 20 are adult actors from the community. Naomi Hanvey is directing the production. Hanvey, who has been a ballet instructor at today's Generation for 7 years, said ballet fans can expect a grand-scale production.
We have some very large props that most of our props are made by parents who are very handy with either sewing or engineering. There's about 200 costumes and some big movable parts that is part of the show.
She said the young ballerinas have spent many hours perfecting their dance performances.
The bigger parts, Clara, Sugar Plum Fairy, Snow Queen, Rose, they're in the studio a lot. Some of the girls have only one part and some of the girls have three. I think 3 is the most parts that anyone has, and so those girls have to be here a lot more.
Hannah Visker, who plays the lead character of Clara in The Nutcracker, is 13 years old and one of the young performers. She's a 7th grader at Chief Moses Middle School and said she was excited to take on the starring role. She explained
the
why.
experience and the great opportunity I have to do it, and just to show everyone how good I am.
Hannah has been dancing since she was 3 and plans a future with the Moses Lake High School's Malahayats dancers. Hanvey says the performance should be bigger and better.
Our story is pretty traditional for the most part. Every studio, every company puts a little bit of their own spin on things. In our version, we have not just little cute mice, but also some big scary rats. That was something I wanted to add in to make the battle scene a little bit truly feel like something dangerous is happening. So that's one of our more exciting scenes. We have some unique props. Our Chinese dance has a dragon. We're adding some other big props this year that are a lot of work, but they're also really exciting for the dancers. Every year we try to make it a little bit better, a little bit more professional, and a little bit more spectacular.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. Big Bend Community College officials are asking students to be cautious after a report of 2 men offering rides to women on campus. A female student reported 2 Hispanic males in a white Chevrolet full-size pickup truck were offering rides to women on Monday night near the Fine Arts Building. Campus Safety and Security Director Kyle Foreman said the school does not have information that the men committed any crimes. He said in the highest interest of public safety, the school is notifying the community. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is aware of the report. A man accused of hitting a woman over the head with a baby stroller was arrested Tuesday afternoon at a Moses Lake home. Moses Lake police were called to a disturbance at a home in the 600 block of West Crest Drive and found 20-year-old Moses Lake resident Lamar Wynn at the home. He was arrested for robbery in the first degree and assault. Police have been looking for Wynn since he allegedly went into a woman's home on October 17th and demanded money. He claimed the victim owed his girlfriend, according to Moses Lake police. Wynn allegedly punched the woman in the face several times before he grabbed a baby stroller and hit the victim over the head. He reportedly fled the home before police arrived. A woman allegedly drank stolen alcohol inside a Moses Lake convenience store before assaulting an employee while she was with her 2 young children. Felicia Pierce, a 27-year-old Moses Lake woman, was reportedly highly intoxicated when she entered Lakes Market on West Broadway Avenue on Tuesday afternoon with her 4-month-old infant and 4-year-old child, according to Moses Lake police. The woman allegedly stole alcohol and drank it in the store bathroom. When she tried to leave with her 2 children, she was stopped by an employee. Pierce reportedly assaulted the employee, who was able to keep Pierce in the store until police arrived. Pierce was arrested for theft, assault, and resisting arrest. Her 2 children were released to family members. In Northwest News, public schools in Twin Falls, Idaho have a no-gun policy when it comes to teachers and administrators carrying guns, but at least one Twin Falls private school has a different approach. For CNN, Ariel Harrison has the story.
Lighthouse Christian School is a private school in the area that enrolls preschoolers in K through 12. Without a school resource officer, its gun policy is different.
We prefer mainly our administration. Obviously, for teachers, they're in close proximity with students every day, and we feel that the administration has, greater availability if an intruder were to come into our school.
The small group of gun carriers at this school are trained by local law enforcement, and just like the public school districts, they practice lockdown drills.
With people spread out throughout your facility, you have greater protection as well in responding to an incident.
Around the school, administrators can set off different alarms that initiate an entire school lockdown. Once the bell's been rung, teachers then follow specific lockdown drill procedures until they've received a signal that all is clear.
With an intruder that has a gun or a rifle, statistics show the only thing that is going to stop an issue is another gun, unfortunately.
Lighthouse doors remain locked during school hours. We caught up with one student to hear how she feels about knowing that school administrators carry guns in school.
I feel pretty safe, and I'm glad that they do that, just so for our safety and stuff. I think that we need something to at least defend ourselves.
So while public and private schools have different policies, they have the same goal: to provide safe environments for students to learn and grow.
That's going to do it for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.